So the old stoicism mindset, that the obstacle is the way, that we only improve through trials and suffering, is so true. That's a book too. The Obstacle is the Way. It's a good book. Um, so true. Just looking back on the last few years, kind of what started my whole journey of, I guess you could call it self improvement, trying to become a better person, trying to, maximize my potential, trying to just become a quality human, a good man, all that kind of stuff. Started with, one of those earth shattering breakups that made me take a really, really long, hard look at myself and be like, okay, maybe you're not God's gift to the world. You've got some work to do. And take a really long, hard look at myself, learn, and kind of realize that I needed to do better. And that was kind of the impetus for everything, was that really rough breakup. Always starts with a chick, man, I'm telling you. So yeah, that was kind of the fire. That was the spark that got the whole fire going. And things that have happened along the way, like when the realization hit me that I was poor, like the way that I was living was poverty lifestyle, and that wasn't going to cut it if if I wanted to improve my situation. Because you get very used to the way that you live, and it becomes normal, and it's fine. Like I could have, I could be poor and happy forever, but realizing that, I was like, this isn't good enough. And now here I am, working a lot, but making more money, investing, being smart about money and finances, and learning about that and focusing on that. So the harsh realization that I was living in poverty, kind of still am, even though my wealth has improved a lot, but the way that I live is still kind of a poverty lifestyle. But building for that future. Not going to live like this forever. Hopefully not. And so that kind of started that. When I found out that I was pre-diabetic, and then when actual real diabetes hit, yeah, like that, whole health thing made me, actually get on. Well, first it made me learn, as usual. Learning is the first step. What is a healthy diet? What foods are good for you? What foods are bad for you? And that whole thing with learning about seed oils and processed foods and sugars and carbs and fats and protein, and how it all works and comes together and metabolizes in your body, like learning all that, and then applying it, actually going on a mostly whole food and low carb and no sugars, no seed oils, all that kind of stuff, going on that healthy diet. I am in the best shape right now that I've been in years. And the diabetes is completely gone, completely reversed it. And yeah, I feel so good in my body. Like my joints don't hurt anymore. I'm sleeping great. Yeah, it's just that bad thing that hit, hey man, you have pre-diabetes, and terrible news. Like maybe not earth-shattering, but at the time it felt kind of earth-shattering. And I was angry, and I was frustrated and everything else. And yeah, then I went on the diet, and boom, best shape of my life, almost. Well, yeah, maybe this is the best shape I've ever been in. I've been skinnier, but I've never been this strong. Let's put it that way. What's another one? Oh yeah, quitting drinking, like realizing that I had a problem, and probably had a problem for years. And I had to face that fact and be tough on myself and be like, boy, you got a problem, and then just had to quit. And was it tough? Fuck yeah. Like, I mean, some days it still is. Like, some days, it'd be real nice to have a beer, like when I'm out camping or whatever, or hanging out with friends, But it's one of those things, kind of like the diet, where you do it, and then eventually it just becomes, part of you. Like, I am not a drinker anymore. I went from being probably on some level an alcoholic to, nothing. And it was tough, but once again, the payoff, just first of all, the worry, always in your mind, when you're going somewhere on the weekends. Because when you're a drinker, I mean, you're kind of, if you're not working, you've got a beer in your hand. Or at least I did. So, you drive somewhere and you'd be like, oh, like, how many beers have I had? Just one or two or three, It's like, if I get pulled over, am I going to blow, above the limit? Like, I don't know. And just that whole worry being gone from my mind, and, just how much clearer my head is now, and how much easier it is to wake up in the mornings, and how much better sleep I get. Like, no more hangovers. Like, it was tough, but, the payoff is worth it. It is with all these things. So all these these big improvements have come from, like, either a realization, a harsh realization, or like a bad event, like something that really hits me hard, or a realization that hits you hard. But out of all this, out of all these bad things, has come basically everything positive that I'm working on and striving towards right now. So yeah, the obstacle really is the way. Like, it really is the suffering and the bad shit you go through that leads to eventually winning. So, here's to continuing on the journey, and more bad shit hit me in the face and making me get better.